Stephen Vanasek. I live at 111 Orchard Avenue in Scottdale. I posed out a packet for Mr. Warwick. Hopefully everyone has got an opportunity to look at it and be advised. However, I'm not a political watchdog, nor have I dabbled in political happenings in this borough. That is until my efforts were sort of forced by a violation of notice that I had received. And these people that I entrusted to govern and protect my civil rights have brought me to a question. And that question is simple. Considering what we heard from quality support, I have separated my business issues from my personal issues, so please do not read within this as to being something in regards to the job that I work. Although, in the place that I do am employed, I can count on one hand how many people that live in this borough that have not been cited with a violation, an ordinance, code violation, or have problems with the borough or the borough police department. However, when I received my violation notices regarding my residence, it's important to state that I was in full agreement with the zoning rules which had come out based upon how they were founded. And under these circumstances, being a taxpayer and a homeowner in this town apparently meant little. I was taken by the unprofessionalism in which it was extended to me as a public service servant that was performing this work. I want it to be noted that I am and I will be filing a declaratory judgment suit with the Pennsylvania State Attorney General's Office to intercede with the civil rights violations and the common law violations that have been offered and adopted by the ordinance of the Borough of Scottdale pertaining to borough codes listed as Chapter 1, 312, Chapter 1, 120, Chapter 27, Part 6, Part Subsection 6, Chapter 27, 606, the fee schedules in Exhibit A. I also will look for an amendment for the sections of the IPMC codes labeled 106, Sections 103.4, Sections 111.2, 111.2.3. My violations in mind went from everything from the garbage and the metal roof, which was a little rusting paint that was found. The metal roof did not leak. However, just for the record, a metal roof, a tin roof, is actually put together with sealed joints that relies upon oxidation to seal it. My violation stipulated that I had to paint my house and fix the roof and do all the work within 30 days. This was issued in April when the temperatures were 30 and 40 degrees, or faced a fine of $600. I was shocked to have the codes thrown into my face, even without explanation. Yet I conceded and I fixed all the issues without recourse. I soon found that I was not alone. There were even more outright extortive processes that I had found, and a $300 cost to appeal. Under common laws of this country, all of us that sit here, you are innocent until proven guilty. And the only statement that I need to make on my behalf is not true. It is the burden and the weight of the proof upon the prosecution to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. Never do I have to pay for my innocence, nor should I ever have to. I tried to address my issues with BIU, but I was told that I got a letter. It's in black and white and to read it. When I asked to speak to a supervisor, not very hard. When it comes to violations in Scottdale, I said I'm God, and they hung up the phone on me. I was furious. I was hateful. Everything that I did not want to be. I spoke with Mr. Warwick about it when it happened. I even went so far as to obtain Magistrate King's office and obtain letters to file against BIU. But under the good advice, I waited, and I began reading and educating myself with ordinances and regulations in this town. What I found was staggering. The oath of office, the politics, procedure, Sunshine Act, the Right to Know Act, the shortcuts that have been taken to do business as usual. As these laws are selective, they have been designed not only to take the basic civil rights away from those that live here, but to contradict themselves. As you should have received from Mr. Warwick, the small packet which you have in front of you, this was delivered by Albert Youngkin, a PA constable, on the 5th of August. This letter demands to take immediate actions against known violations that exist within this borough. Those involved are related to violations set forth involving selective enforcement, selective prosecution, falsified documents concerning zoning permits, direct violations of borough ordinance, and basically into public information. Each of these cases are listed or factual. There are no hypothetical solutions applied to them. They are simply put as documented issues. They speak for themselves. They are what they are. I will cover each of these topics before I pose my question. The code enforcement officer at no time should be placed in a position that puts him above the law. He violated the personal and private property by entering my dwelling and my permission. He did the same with Mr. Stanzak when he trespassed upon his property. Neither time did this man follow the laws pertaining to the right of entry as written in our codes. What makes it even harder to accept is the fact that the rules that you have set, this man can't be touched. You signed off my civil rights by signing the contract in which they have. He cannot be held liable, he cannot be deemed liable for his actions. Therefore, I hold counsel responsible for this.